There is a place where legends are born, where the light confronts the dark.
Now, you very observant, eagle-eyed viewers, because I've got the eagle eyes like the Action Man figure back in the day.
Action Man!
Now he's got eagle eyes that actually move. On the lookout for action. Up in the mountains.
I wore this He-Man and the Masters of the Universe t-shirt for that video. But what annoys me about this t-shirt, and let me just show it to you again here, folks. It just says Masters of the Universe, not He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, which has always annoyed me because the 1987 Dolph Lundgren film had the same title as well. And I love that film, by the way. I own the Spanish steelbook for it, which is just absolutely awesome, especially if you're a blind person and you just rub your hands all over Dolph's big bulging muscles. It will absolutely turn you on. But something else that will turn me on today when it comes to the female cast members of the new Masters of the Universe movie being released next year. Rumor we might be having a trailer sooner than you think. I've been hearing this sooner than you think for ages now, and yet, like a blonde turning up on my door with big buxom boobs, it's never gonna happen anytime soon. But on that one, folks, let's get into the video today and let's just bring ourselves up to date with what's been happening with the He-Man movie. I'm gonna call it that because that's what everybody from a certain bygone era will remember it as.
YouTube's newest hero is here to save the day. His name, Kung Fu Hot Dog.
So this is the actor who's playing Adam, Prince of Eternia, Nicholas Galitzin. He's got a very strange surname, but here's a quick excerpt of what he sounds like.
Wonderful people, but they can be a little overbearing at times. And
yeah, so look, you can see with the blonde hair, which we'll see on the production stills in a minute, he looks the part. He's already got the bulky frame on him. And when was this actually filmed, this review? 1 year ago. So at that point, I don't think he was actually filming. I think he was cast in the role, and that was as far as I know. But let's just walk on over to comicbookmovie.com, and this is actually dated on the 12th of November. So apparently test screenings happened across America. How come we don't get anything like that in this boring ass country? Because I guess we're boring. Now, from Mark Cassidy, what does it actually say here? Masters of the He-Man fans anxiously await a first look at some footage from the upcoming live-action movie. We're hearing that whatever. Reports are coming in that test screenings are being held tonight. According to HeMania.com, the screenings are taking on both coasts of the USA, New Jersey and California. What we can gather, it will not be the quite finished version of the movie with some incomplete special effects, which is fine, that makes sense. Those lucky enough to attend will be most likely sworn to secrecy, but of course John Campea by surname, Camp by nature.
Go, woke, and then you can come on each other's faces and tell each other that come on your face cleanses you of wokeness.
Someone that he knows went to see the film. Now, listen folks, I'm about to read out a rumor to you. It's not solidified. Anything John Campea says is bullshit. I would say 90 out of 100 times. The man is a glorified influencer. The film industry needs people like him with a big following on YouTube to really push their films out there, even if they're second rate. So I would really take that as with a pinch of salt at the moment. So here's the quote that John has used on his live stream. I talked to somebody who has seen He-Man, which is interesting that he uses the phrase He-Man, who has seen it in its early stages, and they said it's amazing. And this isn't somebody who's got any dog in it. A very strange phrase. What, as in the Chihuahua? This isn't somebody that has anything to benefit from it. They said it's amazing. They said they were totally shocked, completely surprised. But they said, for the third time now, folks, It's amazing! This is obviously just one person's opinion, but we'll be sure to update if anything else is posted online. And that's a very true point, because one person, it will be an amazing aspect to them, but to people like me and to you, we might have mixed opinions. So apparently the teaser trailer is going to give us a glimpse of the MOTU characters, that's Masters of the Universe, and it seems the motion capture actor we saw, Nicholas Galitzin, and Camila Mendez, who's Teela, are reacting to those set photos. We're playing Cringer, not Beastman. The footage reportedly concludes with Prince Adam raising his power sword and saying the iconic phrase that allows him to transform into He-Man. It was an early cut of the trailer with several shots showing green screen, still, and a bit difficult to see due to the security watermarks, but it was good overall. It was about 75% work in progress. The cut was quite rough, so it's by no means the polished article, but the characters I saw all looked good, and that's fine, that's great. People are, this is another related article. Jared Leto is Skeletor. Is his presence here going to tank the film? No, I doubt it. But it's Travis Knight, the man who gave us the Bumblebee film with Haley Steinfeld. And again, I think the cast is top notch. They made some minor modifications, and in fact, you know what, folks? I'll bring that up for you in a short while. But after numerous false starts, Netflix was all set to develop a feature on the beloved animated series in 2022. That was with Noah Centineo, but for some reason it just got tanked. I don't know why, because he would have been a great fit as well. Todd Black, Jason Blumenthal, and Steve Titch will produce, along with Devon Franklin. So we've got a brief synopsis of the story here, which, by the way, again, it's set on Earth. So I hope for some reason that they would pay attention to the criticisms of the canon-produced movie of 1987, which took place on Earth. And I hope that maybe if that happens, then it goes back to Eternia, but I don't think that will be the case. It's almost like a Superman story, but you got this guy who looks like a great candidate for a future Superman playing He-Man. So maybe they're kind of paying homage to the 87 film and just keeping it in that realm. Apparently Dolph Lundgren has an appearance in this film too. As who or what, I don't know. But let's have a look at the production stills, and one of them here actually made me laugh so much. So let's have a look at this, folks. You'll know exactly the one I'm talking about, because when I saw this, I mean, it looks like Prince Adam, Nicholas Galitzin, is doing something rather naughty with Teela, Camila Mendez. But obviously that is not the case, but it's a good picture actually. And we'll go through some of these very quickly. And again, so this is obviously from the film. I guess they're doing a rehearsal. It's kind of funny, they see all the hands all over Nicholas. It's like a Naked Gun. You know, Frank Drebin is standing there and all the hands are just feeling him up. That's pretty funny. Let's have a look. Yep, so I guess he's being arrested. Obviously not in the costume, which makes sense, I suppose. These are good. I've not actually seen these before. So yeah, you kind of get, I tell you what, that picture of him right there with his sword looks fantastic. And I tell you what, this looks intriguing because they're obviously going to think he's a nutcase. Why would you be walking around with a sword like that? That's his body double, obviously, so I'll be curious to see what's going on there. I think the costume for Teela is fine, but honestly, guys, why couldn't we have a bit more flesh on display in the leg region? Why does Adam, Prince of Eternia, have to show all of his goodies off? Why can't the women do the same? So that's just a little gripe I always have there. And we've got to say, he looks great with the blonde locks, and he looks the part actually. Let's go back a minute. He looks really good there. I can't complain about that at all. Looks absolutely pitch perfect. Well, we've got a nice shot of her rear right there, so I'm very happy with that. So that's a compensation, I guess. if I have to be honest. And I'm going to assume that's a prop sword, like aluminium. So there must be a big fight happening here with Skeletor that we can't see. And that's pretty much it, folks. So I'm kind of excited. I'll be lying to you if I said I wasn't. I'm a long-time He-Man fan, except for the Kevin Smith cartoons, which I probably watched about 5 episodes off and had to turn off because, oh my god, it was just more social justice shit going on in there. So here's the cast for He-Man. So Jared Leto as Skeletor, and I mean, I suppose if you talk about one actor who was born to play the role, it might be Mr. Leto. Alison Brie as Evil Lynn, which I think is great casting. Meg Foster was our Evil Lynn back in the day in '87. She was fantastic. Idris Elba as Man-at-Arms. Look, he's like a secondary character, so I don't mind the fact they've race swapped him. Idris is a great actor anyway.
Woman-at-Arms.
Kristen Wiig as Roboto, which is an interesting choice. I thought I'd seen Marina Bakarin's name here. So is she playing the sorceress or sorcerer? James Purefoy as Purefoy. James Purefoy as King Randor. And who's playing his wife is Charlotte Riley, which is Tom Hardy's wife. So I'll be very curious to see what that looks like. So there we go, folks, giving you a flavor of the 80s, which is my mission statement here on my channel. I've been doing that since day one, actually, so it's not like I've actually shifted gears and suddenly thought, oh my god, let's go get all 80s fired. I've been doing that ever since I was here 6 years ago on this wonderful platform called YouTube. But what are your thoughts? What are your feelings, folks? Are you excited for another shot at redemption with He-Man? Honestly, from what I've seen, you can kind of get it's a bit of a campy tone. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see if Jared Leto is very suitably over the top as Skeletor. Will he be as good as Frank Langella? There you go. I did that without looking at IMDb there. So will he be as good as him? I don't know.
Chosen by destiny to receive the powers of Grayskull.
But Frank Langella as Skeletor is just one of those pivotal performances that you never ever forget, do you? And on that one, ladies and gentlemen, if you were me and if I were you, you should raise your sword to the sky and proclaim, I have the power.
Look out for all these fantastic uniforms specially designed for
Action Man.
and his eagle eyes.